Welcome back to Madman Review. Today we'll be talking about the other half of an effective firearm, the ammo. This is especially important if you want to hit a pin from a football field away. There are plenty of long-range cartridges on the market, but slight variations can affect the flight path and terminal performance. There are a couple of things to know if you want to shoot farther. The first is that the flight time of some cartridges can compensate for slight errors made when you obtain a ballistic solution. Also, cartridges are just there to propel bullets. So two bullets with similar ballistic coefficients, BC, fired at similar velocities will have similar flight times, even if they come from different cartridges. Another thing to note is that a low BC bullet with a high muzzle velocity might actually take longer than a high BC bullet with a lower muzzle velocity. Other factors also means that some cartridges just have a stronger kick. But this is just the basics. Let's look at other factors to consider when you pick out your ideal long-range cartridge for your hunting trips or competition. Then I will give you a list of 7 long-range cartridges to cover all your ballistic needs. Of course, the links to these products are in the description below. Let's get straight into it. Cost. Cost is an important consideration when you are picking out your cartridge. Any precision ammo, regardless of the cartridge, is never cheap. That includes both hand loads and factory ammo. Of course, bigger and heavier bullets will cost you more. A 300 Winchester Magnum cartridge allows for 90 shots per round of powder, but a .308 Winchester gives you about 175 shots out of a pound of powder, both using the same bullet, so this is something to keep in mind. Recoil. In this category, I would like to bring together 2 well-known cartridges, the old but gold 300 Winchester Magnum that kicks like a horse, and the new but proven 6.5 Creedmoor that is light on recoil. If we look at the velocities reported from the manufacturers, which are never accurate, with one of the best loads at 1,000 yards, the Creedmoor will have a flight time of about 1.491 seconds. The 300 Winchester Magnum, on the other hand, using one of its best loads, takes about 1.466 seconds. When you compare the external ballistic performance between the two, they are comparable. But if you fire a 6.5 Creedmoor from a rifle with a scope weighing, let's say, 14 pounds, you would have to bear with just 8 pounds of recoil energy. Using the same gun and weight, the 300 Winchester Magnum will send twice that energy straight into your shoulder. So does this recoil energy matter? Yes. It's the difference between a shove and a sharp jab, and a lighter recoil means that you can spend more time shooting your worries away without a sprained shoulder. Moreover, the lesser the recoil, the easier it is to shoot accurately. Do not let others tell you otherwise. Of course, some people feel like they have something to prove, so they would try their best to tolerate those 16 pounds of recoil every time they fire. You might think you can handle it, and everybody can if they only have to do it once. But if you fire 100 rounds or so in a session, you will feel it, and it will affect your shooting down the line. Factory ammo. At the range of 1,000 yards, there are plenty of long-range cartridges that are suitable for the task. Most of them will perform handsomely at the range. However, before you shell out your cash, consider the availability of factory ammo that is not suited for long-range shooting. You see, some cartridges are made to stretch their maximum range, but those are not well supported by many ammo manufacturers. That means your choice would be very limited unless you decide to load your ammo yourself, and that would be a very expensive undertaking. Best options for long-range cartridges. With this in mind, let's talk about the good stuff. I have 7 cartridges for 1,000-yard shooting that receives lots of support from both the bullet and ammo manufacturer. They are the 6mm Creedmoor, 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 PRC, .308 Winchester, 300 PRC, 300 Winchester Magnum, 300 Norma Magnum. We see the 6 and 6.5 mm cartridges have the slightest recoil, while the 300 PRC and Winchester Magnum produce about twice the recoil energy. The .308 Winchester is the in-between cartridge that offers not as much recoil, but plentiful range. However, if you want to go extreme and want to shoot accurately from a mile away or 1,760 yards, then your best option would either be the 300 PRC or the 300 Norma Magnum. So with all these options, which to pick? First, and most importantly, set your emotions aside and evaluate your options critically. Gun enthusiasts swear by certain cartridges not mainly because they perform well, but because some people develop some sort of attachment to those cartridges. Those people will tell you that only the weak should use the Creedmoor and that you would trust the .308 Winchester or the 300 Winchester Magnum with their life. The fact of the matter is that external ballistics is a science, so you can leave your feelings aside and pick a cartridge that suits you. That means it fulfills your needs, is affordable, and does not dislocate your shoulder after extended firing. You might not like it, but you can develop attachments to a certain cartridge if, and only if, it's the right one for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.